Hello, welcome. If you're new, please subscribe, like the video. It's completely free, it takes about 2 seconds, I'll wait. Done? Okay, so this one is going to be a little bit of a spooky video. If you were easily scared, I wouldn't say don't watch this video. Don't watch this video because I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable in their own home. No. So anyway, get your snacks, buckle in, get your popcorn, your pop, whatever you're eating. Scran away, honey. Scran away. So I'm gonna give a little bit of backstory about me and spirits. Alright? Before jumping into this crazy ass story that just happened a couple of nights ago. So when I was a kid, and I haven't finished my makeup by the way, so don't think this is the finished result. I just can't walk and talk. I can't even walk and chew gum, honey. Okay, anyways. So when I was a kid, I would always feel a presence behind me, around me, everywhere I went. In the house I grew up in as a child, there was always something there. Always felt watched. So I'm sat there.
Barbecue sauce on my titty.
I'm in my bed. And I'm going to sleep. You know, your girl's scared of the dark. Still am. But listen, hey, no judging. We listen and we don't judge, okay? I'm terrified of the dark. And I had my little nightlight on. The spirit turned it off. I called my mum to come into the room. The light turned back on. This gaslighting made me look like I was losing the plot. When I was a kid, I would have night terrors. I would be screaming every single night. I was always seeing shadows, spirits, everything around me all the time. And it was so scary, to the point that even my dad and my brother was seeing like a pair of legs go down the bloody stairs. What do you mean? What do you mean? I shouldn't. What? Okay. Okay. And then I can remember this like it was yesterday. I can. So I was in bed. Let's paint the picture. I'm in bed, going to sleep. I open my eyes. Okay? Somnia child, can't sleep. Okay? And the next thing I know, I see a 7-foot clown. 7 feet. I don't know what's the difference. Okay. I see this clown. Alright? Peek its head for a minute from the door, staring at me, and then pull away. Bearing in mind, I have creaky landing. I didn't hear anyone approach. I didn't hear anybody walk away. No, because like, what do you mean that? What was that? Because I'm not playing around. I'm spooked. I'm scared. I want to go home. I'm already in home. As a kid, I always felt watched. Every time I would go in the front room, I felt watched. I would be on my own. I was frightened to be alone. I was like so scared as a child. I was so frightened all the time. And then as I got older, these things started to calm down. So I thought. So when I was 16, I moved into my good old mother's, good old mom. And she says to me, "You have brought your spirits with you." Pardon?
I don't know
what.
You better.
What? What? She says, "Yeah, weird things have been happening around the house since you have arrived." Oh, that's lovely, Mum. Really lovely. What can I do about that? You know, what can I do? I didn't ask for this life. I didn't say I want all these things around me. I didn't. So what am I supposed to do? Right? People who are close to me know this already, that I'm a tarot reader. So I channel, I do readings, I do collectives. If you want to check out my TikTok is there. So I remember this one time, I don't think anybody was in the house, but I heard footsteps walking up the stairs. Right. I opened my door expecting to see my mum or stepdad. No one's at the door. Complete darkness. What do you mean? I shut the door. Right? I'm sat on my bed praying. No one harm me, please. Protect me. And then, yeah, so, period. And it was really weird as well. I remember this one time I was looking at the camera and I could see, and my mum and my stepdad was out, and I kept seeing this, like, what looked like a snake, not like a literal snake, but like a black figure of some kind, like in like a sausage long shape, that was like moving all kinds of weird, and it came into the back door. And I remember the feeling, I was like, okay, I've just seen something just come in through the back door. I'm the only person in the house. What the fuck do I do? Nothing happened. Praise the Lord. Nothing happened. And I was like, okay, that's brilliant. Thank God for protecting me. And then there was another time. I would say this might have been my dad. As people who know close to me, my dad passed away in 2020. I was on FaceTime to some friends and I believe this was my dad. My hair, so like a bit of my hair picked up and was like this. But before that happened, I have this like feelings like there's somebody there. And I had a feeling that it was my dad playing with my hair, because before that I felt something hovering over my head. And when I felt my hair pick up, I was like, my dad, 100%. And then I looked at the wardrobe and I saw this black thing go out the window. I was like, okay. And then it comes to me leaving my mum's. Yeah, I moved out. And my dog is backed up into his cage with his fur stuck on end, growling and nothing. Baby, it's 3 a.m. Baby, please go sleep. Go sleep. You're scaring me, mother. And she told me the next day and I was like, oh, great. Really weird, really strange behaviour. Okay, let's move it to the present day. So we're going from a couple of months ago. Me and my friends, these stupid little bum crack buttholes, decide to play around with something called a ghost app. Now this is something that picks up radios and spirits communicate with you. Oh my god, you stupid bitch. And we were talking to these spirits. They're being a bit threatening. Being a bit threatening. I don't think we spoke to anybody kind. Yeah. Talking to this spirit. Thinking it's somebody else. No, it weren't. Weren't them. Clearly wasn't them. And then weird things start to happen around me. I'm talking the air felt thick, baby. You would have felt it in your fucking chest. You would have felt it in your chest if you were in the room. I have very spiritual friends. I am one too, very spiritual. We all felt it. There was something dark in the room. And this was trying to play with my mind. Trying to play mind games. Gobbled it up all the negative energy around. And ever since we spoke to that, weird things were happening. People were falling out with each other. Arguments would happen. And you could say, oh, maybe that was just timed poorly. Okay. You guys can think what you want. But what I will say, I don't think so. Because from what I was aware, we were all very tight, very, you know, we were all good. And it was just weird. So things would be moving. I have LEDs up and they would turn off, turn back on, switch through colours. And it was really strange as well because I was telling so I don't know how to explain this without sounding weird. So I have this PlayStation, as you can see behind me. And it was flickering, like, you know, if you've got a controller, you move it up and down, you have to touch the controller. The controller was still, nothing was touching it. It wasn't bending a little bit, nothing was touching this controller. I said, pause the video. Pause the video. I say, unpause the video. It unpauses it. I say scroll down to the videos. It does that. It does that. And I say go back up to the page. Goes back up to the page. It even got to a point where I could say, I want the blue lights on. Could you try and put the blue lights on the LEDs? It did that. Now, I don't believe this spirit was a bad spirit. I believe this could have been a family member, because I never got bad vibes around this person that was around. I felt like there was a few spirits that were there to generally protect me, because I have lost a couple of people. Anyway, moving forward, so I have a medium friend who came into this flat and said, there's something wrong. There is something in this front room that is very dark. What? 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 Okay, so there's something dark. She gets out her holy water, blesses my flat, throws it in the hallway. Okay, period. Okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. And then we're going to move on. And the air felt quite, it was like lighter. It was so much lighter. We're going to move back to a couple of days ago. We were all in the hallway late at night. Just talking. Just yapping. Having a good time. Oh, I'm missing something. So we were all in the hallway talking. It was late at night. We were all yapping away. And we got on the subject of what was in the flat before, because this is what kind of triggered us to talk about that, was, my blush is so patchy, was because we were talking, we were hearing things upstairs. So it sounded like a door swung open. And there are things on the hallway upstairs that like sounded like something was moving around. I heard a woman go, Mom. Not to mention this, but we all know each other in these flats. So that no one was shouting Mum. If it was somebody, it would be saying, the person would be saying Ma'am, not Mum. And so that's how we know it wasn't anyone that was living upstairs, because we all know each other. And they would have just come down and spoke to us. Okay, normal. And I said it out loud, and my neighbour said, you know, I heard something too, like it wasn't just you, don't think you're going mad. After that I hear, shh. Beg your pardon? What? I'm sat there like, right. I say, Why don't we bless the hallway? When my friend, the medium, the words leave her mouth, I never thought about that. Big bang, lights go off in the hallway. The lights go off. I run out immediately out of fear. And bearing in mind, before this all happened, the weird things were happening along the flats. There was arguments, so much negativity. Everyone was just arguing, fighting, just the vibes were all negative. And any of yous know, when there's negativity, they scram that. This was powerful at this point. So powerful. It exploded. The lights, it sounded like something exploded. The every noise that I was hearing upstairs stopped. I was like, okay. The lights have gone out. The lights have gone out. I'm outside. I'm outside nearly having freaking hard cardiac arrest. I'm so dramatic at this point. I was like, oh fuck that. I am not dealing with that. Not right now. Bearing in mind, before the crash, bang and popple happened, guess what? Something white went past my face. I believe that was one of my spirits going up to my flat. I like to think. Okay, I'm going to start that again. We were all sat in the hallway late at night. We talk about it, and the lights turn off. It sounded like somebody was upstairs in the hallway. And guess what? The lights started working again after the next day. I can't even, it's all been so crazy. I'm like, how do you even explain something like that? That is crazy. Spooky. Spooky. I have experienced so many spiritual things. If you would like to know any more, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you're not as scared as me right now talking about that again. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good day, weekend, week, year, whole 5 years, I don't know. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.